So I'm explaining to her, and she's looking at me like, you don't feel that pain, right? And like, people don't think that I can feel anything. Like, I don't have emotions. Like, what the hell? Yeah, she's trying to make me feel like I don't have any feelings, like I can't feel something when it's hurting, right? I was like, come on, I do. So that happened, right? So I'm telling her it was my shoulder. She keep going to the corner, right? She's like, okay, can you like move your arm like this and stuff? I keep telling her that I can't move it all the way, She's like, I think you can, That's how she was acting, And I was like, what the hell? So she was acting like that, like I should have any, like I shouldn't feel anything, Like if I get punched in the stomach, I shouldn't feel it, right? That's what she was assuming, right? But if I punch her in the gut, she'll fall to the ground, right? So she can feel pain, but I can't. That's what she was trying to explain to me, for some odd reason. It's just like getting an abortion, right? They think that the kid can't feel it, kill it. The women's that when you kill a baby when it's like abortion type, So since people have abortion, people think that babies can't feel, when they start like getting mature and getting like features and stuff. People don't think that they can feel, but they can feel, they can feel emotions and pain and stuff like that. That's why sometimes when they're doing the procedure and they grab the baby from like the under part, the belly and the back part, of course their legs go straight like that because they're dying, they can feel, It's just like a dog, like if you hit a dog, of course the dog will feel it, right? Apparently she was acting like I didn't feel any pain and I just came here, to like get some painkillers, right? So I was like, I kept explaining to her. Apparently she didn't understand that I needed like muscle relaxer, so I could relax my muscles, right? So she gave me different kind of like doses of pills to like relax, not to relax, but like pain pills. She was giving pain pills, and I wanted like the relaxer for my muscles because my muscles were like stiff and it was hurting. The lady was not listening to me, That's all she wanted to all she was hearing was that I was not in pain. Apparently that's what she wanted me to say, right? So she can release me and I could go on about my business, right? But I was kept telling her, I feel pain and it's hurting, right? So she was like, you don't feel pain. Every time I touch your back or so, you don't like, you don't move, And I kept explaining to her like, you're not touching the right side. It's this side, Apparently, I don't know if she didn't want to listen to me, and so I can like explain that I'm in pain. And it even looked like I was in pain. The whole time my mom was there, when the lady was doing all this procedure. I couldn't lay on this side. And she was making me lay on this side, after I tell her that part hurts, So I'm sitting up straight, like sitting normally, right? So I'm sitting normally, right? And she's like, lay down, And I was like, I can only lay on this side, So she was like, okay, whatever, After a while, I kept explaining to her, Maybe her brain started to work after a while, So I lay down on this side because that part was no pain, right? So they doing they like putting, like drawing my blood and everything like that, right? So I didn't tell you the part when I was like, when I was in pain. So I'm laying on the bed, And the whole time I had my phone, I could have recorded, right? But I couldn't because I was in pain, I could have made my mom like record, but the whole time it was like 3 people like putting like little pads on my back, and seeing if my blood flow was going right in my body, because apparently I had high blood pressure as well, and I had diabetes type 2, So she was like, whatever, So we did that. The whole time my mom was watching me when I was in pain, laying like this, I'm just watching people like poke me and stab me like a couple of times, So my mom was just watching from this side, right? And she's just watching me in pain, I'm moving to this side, because they kept poking me, and every time they was poking me, it hurted, So I thought that I didn't feel when he poked me and like draw my blood. Apparently, I think I did feel it, but I was in too much pain to like really react to it, So my mom was like watching the whole time, They put in little pads on me and seeing if like my blood flow was going right and stuff like that. The whole time, her face is like scared, And I can't be scared because I'm in pain, I wanted to be fixed, So that happened, right? And I could have just gave her my phone so she can record the whole thing, So I put my hand on my tummy, right? The lady is literally moving my arm from there, right? And it was hurting, right? Don't know why she had to move it, I know she had to put the little sticky pads on me to like see if my blood flow is going right, or I don't know what she was doing, machine, right? So they was doing that and stuff like that, right? So apparently I had to go before, like when we had that little when she was like listening and stuff like that, she was like So I had to do so many tests the first time I went over there. I thought I would be fixed the first time. But no, it was not. I was not fixed the first time because the lady was not listening to me, you know. So I had to go back the second time. It was like the 27th I had to go back because my arm still hurted, right? So, since my arm was still hurting, I had to go back to the hospital because the lady was not paying attention, you know. So when I was sitting down straight, you know, I was trying to explain to her, you know, and the lady was not understanding what I was saying, right? I was in pain, and I don't know if I was slurring my words, you know. But apparently, my mom cut me off as I was like talking to the lady, you know. My mom actually told I don't know why she was insulting me when I was in pain, you know. She always want to kick someone down when they already down, you know. She's always like that, you know. Even when I'm like happy, she always try to kick me down, you know. So anywho, I'm arguing with the lady, and my mom was like, she's not understanding what you're saying. So let me say it. So she was like, oh. She's trying to say that, what's it called, you know, my daughter's kind of slow. She was saying I was slow, you know, and I was like, I looked at her, I was like, why are you trying to kick me down when I'm already in pain, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, I brought you here just in case if, like, they gave me some good drugs and they'll knock me out and I can't drive, you know, that's why you here, right? Why are you knocking me down when, like, I'm sick, you know, like, I'm almost on the verge of dying because I was in so much pain, you know, I couldn't move, you know, so I was like, you're such a big bully, you know? Like, why you a bully, you know? Did someone bully you, like, when you was, like, my age or something like that? I don't even know. She was always like this, you know? So, apparently she told the lady I was slow. And I looked at her, I was like, really? You gonna tell that lady I'm slow? Like, because I'm in pain, I'm slow? Because I couldn't, say my words right, you know? Like, who does that anymore? Like, if you have mothers or fathers who try to kick you down when you're down, that is so fucked up. Like, bitch, you see me in the hospital, like, dying, like, legitimately dying on pain, right? And you're gonna say some stupid shit like that, like, oh, my daughter's slow. Like, she's mentally challenged. It's not even because I was mentally challenged. I was in so much pain. My words was, like, slurring, you know? If you guys have these kind of parents like this, comment down below because those are the assholes, you know? Like, shit, I don't even know. So, apparently, I'm in pain, and they, like, doing, like, a CAT scan, and, like, I was okay when I was doing the CAT scan, but I had to, like, move myself on the little, the table, right? So I did that, right, without no help. I was still in pain, but I did it anyway. My mom was not in that room, so I was happy, you know. So she won't insult me even more, you know. You know, so I was doing the x-ray and stuff like that. She was not in the room as well, in that room as well. So, yeah. So that whole experience, you know, it messed me up, you know. So they came, when I was done with the CAT scan and the x-ray, I come back in the room, right? And, what was the other part? So the lady was like, I need more blood from you. And the other lady who took my blood before, like a while ago, she was right there in the room with the other lady who was saying, I need more blood from you, right? So the lady's like, I think we have a little bit of her blood still upstairs, you know? So the lady went upstairs. The bitch wanted just to poke me with the damn needle. That's all she wanted to do. That's why she came over there saying, oh, I need more blood, you know? So she went upstairs, and I guess it was not that much, you know? And that lady who left, who did my draw my blood just a while ago, she was like, whatever. So she left. And the lady who said we need more blood, she came back, you know, and she took the IV or something out of my hand and started drawing more blood. Apparently, she couldn't like draw because she didn't have that little thing there, so it can go into the tube and stuff like that. So she took out like everything what is around the needle, the little tube and everything, and she just left that the little plastic thing inside me, right? So she was like pushing her hand down on my arm and like pumping out the blood. Not like with the thing there so it can draw out the blood. She was just like her hand was like this on my hand, and she was like squeezing where the needle or where I just got my my blood drawn, right? She was squeezing that as that little plastic thing was in my hand. So I was in so much pain. She's drawing like maybe like 2 bottles of more blood, right? Then she went up to like upstairs to like do the I don't know, I think the lab place, right? So she's doing that, right? And I'm like, these people was poking me like at least 6 times, you know. They was just poking me and stabbing me with a damn needle and stuff like that, and I was getting tired of this, you know. So the guy came back and he was like, are you in pain? And I was like, yeah, I'm still in pain. Nothing actually worked for me, you know. The pain is much stronger than all your drugs combined, you know. That's what I was saying in my head, but, you know, I didn't want to look like a druggie, you know, like, give me more drugs. I needed more drugs because the pain wouldn't go away. So that was, like, mostly the whole story when, like, the whole thing, and I'll even show you the part when, the second time I was in the hospital. But I'm not going to talk because it was another person in the room as well, so I didn't talk that much, you know. I'll show you the IV and stuff like that. So that happened, right? So usually, like, when I'm in pain, I'm in pain, right? But people people think that they know what I feel. Like, you don't know what I feel. Because if you did know what I feel, then I don't know. That's maybe like a weird kind of like power. I don't know. But people think they can feel what I feel, like when I'm like in pain or stuff like that. Like, they know my feelings. Like, you don't know my feelings because you're not me, right? You can't feel what I feel, because you're not me, So people like, I don't know why they trying to like make me feel like I'm not a person. Like, I don't supposed to feel any like emotions, or like I shouldn't feel anything, right? I don't know why they act like that, because if I get punched in the stomach, of course I'm gonna fall to the ground. If you get punched in the stomach, you will fall to the ground too, right? That means if we both will fall to the ground if we get punched in the stomach, then we feel something, right? We feel pain, right? Apparently, people don't think that I can feel like pain, and maybe it's like psychologically in my brain, like I'm feeling things and I'm not really feeling it. It's just like in my mind, like I'm like some kind of like problem with me, but no, it's not. Everybody have feelings, like mostly people don't think I can feel pain because I put a mask on to make it look like I'm not in pain. But of course I'm in pain, I just don't, sometimes it just don't look like I'm in pain, But that day, when I went to the hospital the first time, they can know I was in pain, The second time, they didn't know I was in pain. But I was in pain. But I was hiding it, right? So people think that since I hide it so good, I'm not in pain. It is a reason why I hide the pain. So people don't look like, they don't put so many sympathy on me, like, oh, you hurt, you want help, No, I don't need help. I'm a person who I don't like getting help. I don't know why. I just don't accept getting help. I don't know why. Because it feels like if I get help, that means I failed in a life. That's how I see it. Some people are saying, oh, it makes you stronger if you get help sometimes, or if you want help. I'm stronger. I just don't want help. Hospital. This will be the second time I went to the hospital. I went back to the hospital because my arm was still hurting, right? And I did a little video about it, like when I was in the hospital. I didn't really talk because I was in pain still, But I still got the needle and stuff like that, So they gave me a different prescription, So they gave me like 2 shots to like for muscle relaxer, I went on the 16th, and I told you that, you guys, I had diabetes, right? I didn't tell you what type of diabetes I have. I have type 2 diabetes, So I went back to the hospital, to the ER, because my arm was... still hurting, So they did blood work and they gave me 2 shots on my leg, She didn't want to do it on my hand because it'll be too much for my hand to like manage or so. So we did that, and now I'm getting my prescription filled up, So I was in the hospital because of the same problem. My shoulder was hurting, I couldn't lay on it, So the first time the lady didn't give me like muscle relaxer, So the second time I went back there to fix my problem with my arm, It was crowded the second time I went, It was so crowded that I couldn't even be in a room. I had to be out of the hallway, So my mom didn't like that as well, So she started arguing with the lady and she's like, I'm going to put her... When the lady called, when the nurse called back and said, was your time good or stuff like that, I'm going to have a bad review, on you guys. So they started to hurry up and like put me in a room and stuff like that, And I had 2 shots on my leg, They did draw blood. I had a peanut cup. And they put me in like where the kids go, but it was no other kids there, So they gave me 2 shots. And after a while, one kid and her parent came and sat there, And then this nurse was acting kind of like rude and mean, So she was like calling to the other nurse, like, who allowed these adults in the kids in the kids aisle, So she was yelling that out, and stuff like that. Keep in mind I'm still sick, because of my arm, right? So she didn't have to be all that kind of way, And then she was like, you guys, come with me, So she was pointing at us, and we went with her, We went on the opposite side. And we was just sitting there, Before she even come and said, like, oh, you guys, like, have to get out of here, out of the kids section, right? Because she needed a bed, right? For one of the kids, right? So I was gonna be discharged like in a couple minutes, so she could have had the room after I was done, you know. But whatever. So we went to the opposite side. I got discharged on the opposite side, you know. And then that time we had to go back home, you know, and that's how it was, you know. But that lady was kind of rude. She had to do all that, you know. So yeah, but yeah. Like and subscribe to the notifications.